Okay, this is a bonus video. I wasn't going to put out a video today. I have one scheduled to go out tomorrow, and then I found some really good bread. I think I might do a out of sequence kind of a taste test on the bread that I found, because I'm not really cooking anything right now. I don't have anything scheduled to cook. I might make a barbecue chicken sandwich. That sounds pretty good. I do have the ingredients for that, so I may make that if I have enough barbecue sauce. I may buy some more low carb barbecue sauce tonight if I can find some. I went to Aldi. Sadly, no more keto bagels, and she doesn't know when they're going to get more. So I did do a video back there on keto bagels. They're not a myth. I found some keto bagels. I ate some keto bagels, and I talked about some keto bagels. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to me about that, and put some comments on this video down here as well. Put some comments down in the comment section. Please subscribe. Please like. Hey, I like it, and share. Hey guys, look at this, right? So please like, share, subscribe, and please comment as well. Comments are important, so I do. First of all, I like your comments. It's also important to grow my channel. Some people say stupid stuff, like when I said Trump was going to win, they say, well, I'm a rapist. Well, I don't really know the connection to that. If you say, and didn't Trump win? No, since Trump did win, is everybody in the world, in the United States or the world, are we all rapists? I don't know. All I said was Trump was going to win, and all of a sudden people told me I was a Nazi, a racist, a rapist. Oh, all kinds of assorted good stuff. All kinds, you know. And oh yeah, I hate the military, even though I'm a veteran. I hate black people. I hate Jewish people, even though, guess what? I hate whites that like blacks. I hate trannies. All I said was Trump was winning. Guess what? Don't cry. If you consider yourself woke, if you consider yourself a snowflake, if you identify as liberal or left-leaning, Trump, yeah, he won. Just like I said since 2020. But anyway, everybody, this is something new. I just found out this is a new scam for actors. If you're an actor and you want to be scammed, go ahead and fall for this. If you're an actor and you don't want to be scammed, take the high ground, run. I'll take the high road, you take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you, or whatever. But get the heck out of Dodge. Bang, 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 Dodge. Good old Marshall Dillon, get out of Dodge. And I mean out of Dodge. You get out of here, and I mean out of Dodge. Dodge was in Kansas. Everything's Dodge. City was in Texas. I guess because of Beyonce. I don't know. But anyway, this is happening now. This is a scam that's been going on for a billion years. Now, let me tell you first before I tell you about the scam. If I was a black person, right? If I was a rich man, if I played the violin or whatever, if I was a Jewish fiddler, if I was, let's say, an old person or really old, if I was disabled and push myself around a car, whatever, if I am a Hispanic person, an Asian person, a gay person, transitioning transsexual person, if I don't know if I'm a boy or a girl, if I'm a hermaphrodite, whatever it is, there's going to be a group out there that's going to protect you if you were ripped off. Yeah, yeah. When I knew some people that were African American, he calls himself black. He says he's a black guy, and he says this is a symbol for black. And so if that's black, then this must be white. We're erasing the black. You know, he's brown, and I'm peach colored. So whatever. But anyway, there's a group out there that will protect you if you are a black person. Yeah, there's groups out there. There's colleges that just for you and all that. Actors. Let's look at actors. Yeah. If you're an actor and you get ripped off, and I said this before, and you try to get some help. Hello, guys, I just got ripped off. How did it happen? Well, I'm an actor. Oh, you're an actor, huh? Who do you think you are, John Wayne? They always pick some old timer. Who do you think you are? You know, Michael Douglas. Who do you think you are, Romeo and Juliet? Who do you think you are, Shakespeare? You know, are you Dick Tracy? Are you Frank Sinatra? There's gonna be something like that. If you're a female, you're probably gonna too. Who do you think you're, Marilyn Monroe? You know, you're gonna get something. Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, Jimmy Stewart. You're gonna get somebody from the olden days. Cagney. Laurence Olivier. Who do you think you are? Who do you think? And they don't care. They think that you think you're some big Hollywood superstar and you deserve it for trying to be an actor. Yeah, and they do. There's not really many groups out there to protect it. You can write to the Screen Actors Guild, the AFTRA. equity unions, whatever, and they're going to tell you, who do you think you are? The Fonz? Who do you think you are? Yeah. Barney, the purple dinosaur? They're going to do the same thing because nobody cares that you got ripped off because you would like to be a star. And there's tons and tons and tons of rip-offs. I used to try to post some of them, but it's just too many. I mean, if you want to know some, down there in the comment section, right there, boopity 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 boop, put your comments out, and I will try to tell you some of the ones I know. You post some of theirs. Hey guys, beware of this company. And there's entire companies that are scams. The entire company from the and some have like 300 people that work there, and every single person is working on that scam. Usually it's at the lowest level because people that are at a higher level will have more time usually involved, and they can spot a scam, or they don't want to risk someone with the means to sue them or to really get the word out. If I was a very famous star and I was making this video, people would be, I'd have 1 million views, and people say, how dare they do that? You know, but I'm not. So my reach is a lot smaller. I have almost 1,060,000 views. So people are viewing the videos. So hopefully this will be helpful to them. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because you will get notifications of things just like this. Mostly the stuff people think that's going to be on here is going to be weight loss videos, but that's not necessarily true, because my channel is about the top of our head to the bottom of our feet, our entire mental health, physical health. How do you feel? How are you helping others? Are you doing good things? Are you eating right? Are you getting enough exercise? Are you getting enough water? That's the kind of thing this whole channel covers. It doesn't encompass just weight loss. The name of the channel throws people off a little bit. So so I have posted some in the past. This is very, very common. Now, this scam right now that's going on is an old scam. It's a photo scam. Now, photo scams used to be very, very prevalent. Very prevalent. Photo scam. Send me some photos. Well, now with the camera, it's changed. It used to be you'd have your regular headshot from under the nippies to above, a little bit above the head, and you make a face like this. And then you have one, maybe that's a theatrical one, and then you're like this, I'm a boxer, right? And you might have a comedy one like, and that's something stupid like that. And then you'd have one, maybe you're a chef, and you'd have yourself with a big puffy white hat and some houndtooth pants and a white, jacket, and you're holding a spatula and a fork, and you go like this. Or you're holding a frying pan like this, and you take those photos, and back then you'd have to go to a photographer. You'd have to print those, have a big old stack, theatrical headshot, commercial headshot, maybe. It depends if you do more commercial or theatrical, commercial, specialty, maybe as a chef, because they don't call for that as much. So you'd have stacks and stacks of headshots. You'd have pay to have the photographer take the photos. You had to pay someone to. I was really, really good at finding good deals on how to get things copied. I do still have some hard copies of my stuff, but I just don't send them. Now what you would do is you take that one hard copy that you'd get, maybe, and you'd take a photo of it, or you'd have the photographer who took your photos send it to you digitally. I used to have to get like a disc, and I put the disc in the computer and pick which ones I want to do. Now, of course, they would just send them to me. But with the phone, if they say, David, take a picture of yourself as a chef, or take your phone. Here's an example. Take a photo of yourself being a guy that chews gum. 5, 4, 3, 2, and it would take a photo of me. And then I send it. I can send it vertically. I can send it, horizontally, whatever I need to do. I can send it. This photo right here, to get it sent out, it might cost me like $60 to get the photo done, and $40 to, whatever the minimum is to get the copies made. And I have to get done. But now I can just take that shot. I can store that shot for later. People say, hey, David, have you ever done a user-generated product, kind of a deal? Well, I have. Here's one of me with bubble gum, or with gum. And I can make a little video. So I can store the videos. I can store the photos. It's really hard for these scammers to get anything out of you. Some people have no professional photos at all. Not one. Everything they have are photos they've created themselves. Now, for me, at this stage in my career, the photos I have of myself that are professionally done are pretty old. Now, everything I send, 100% I send, I take it myself. I put it on the tripod. Last night, 2 nights ago, I had to take a photo of myself head to toe, so I had to turn the camera so I couldn't see it. I'm looking at the black part of the phone, and the lens is not showing. And I'd push the button, and it would do the five countdown to 1, and I'd run up and stand by the door and go. It did take from head to toe. That's the only way I can really do this. If you take it in the mirror, it's not going to be good. If you try to hold it like this, it's not going to be long enough, you can use your selfie stick, maybe extend it all the way out and push the little button. No, it's not going to get your whole body. That's the only way I know to do it. But I can shoot that myself. Okay, so now what they're doing is they're trying to be more creative, and this is pretty smart, I guess. They put out a casting notice. My friend fell for this. I'll give you 100% of the details because she fell for it. So, they were casting for 1950s people. It was a story. I don't know if it's a true story, but it was episodic, about a record store in the 1950s. So what are they going to need? People that look like the 1950s. They're going to have their dress, or maybe they're going to have their slacks and their greased back hair and a nice shirt if you're a man. Women are probably in a skirt and a shirt, whatever it is. So, but this is what's unique about this. This is pretty smart. It's black and white. The whole production will be black and white because the whole part they're in is black and white because it's like a flashback scene or a memory scene. So whenever they do the memory scenes, they go, I remember when I was working there, I was smoking a cigarette and Walter came in and he said, hey, you're the cat's pajamas or whatever, and we talked about things, cool and whatever they said in the 1950s, and it's all in black and white. Well, who has black and white photos of themselves? Maybe if you have some old photos, your little baby and you're naked and your mom took a picture of you, oh, he's so cute, whatever, and there's your butt sticking up and you're like, who knows? So your photos are probably not going to be appropriate. So she responds to it, and they told her, well, just go ahead and get some photos of yourself in your 1950s circa clothing and shoot that. And I know you can do a brown scale or a black and white on your phone. Maybe you can take those photos. Let's see what you can come up with. So she comes up with it. Oh yeah, these are good, but let me send them out. And so she's like, okay, send out. The production loves it. But they said, can you send me some professional headshots or professional shots you have of yourself? You got a great look. I'm pretty sure I can use you. Your hair's perfect. Just your hat's not right. Your clothes aren't right. And so he's asking if you do that. So they don't tell you what to do, or they just ask you that question. Then you write back, and they say, oh yeah, I don't really have that. And so I know that one of the girls that we cast for, they'll make up something like the Cold Case Files. She went to a photographer who does vintage photography. He does photography of whatever the time frame that we're looking at. We're looking at the 1970s. We're looking at the 1980s. And he has all that. He has the clothing. He has what you do. All you have to do is give him your sizes, and then you can go there and shoot those photos. She may have a discount code. If you want, I can contact her. They make it always look like you are asking for them to do it. I will contact her and let her know that you may be interested, and then I can either give you her. No, I mean, I'll give her your information. I can give you hers. It's not really right without asking her. But let me do that. And and they give you her email address. Well, it's not really her email address. It's their email address. You write them, and she's, oh yeah, they were great. Oh, they took care of me. I gave them 5 stars, and it was really cheap. And I think I have a 20% off if you're interested. Let me check. No one ever does anything right away, because if they do it right away, that you're gonna think they're too anxious and it's a scam. So then the fake person writes it back. Yeah, I get you 20% off. All you do is you have to give him your sizes, and he has the proper shoes, the pantyhose, everything like that, and he'll shoot that for you. I'm not sure his prices, but I'll have him contact you. Then they have the next guy contact. His name is Pierre, the photographer, or whatever, and he writes you. And so yeah, I have shoes, I have the pantyhose, the dresses, I have the hats, whatever. Just give me your sizes, and I can let you know what I have. Let me inventory. So you give him your sizes, and he's gonna go to a wardrobe shop and get these. And they have accounts for this. So like if I went to go rent a hat, it might be $40 for me to rent that hat, but he's supposedly a photographer, so he can get that hat a lot cheaper. And they do have connections with getting this stuff, so they go get all this clothes. They make a deposit so you can go get the clothes. They go get the clothes. They do actually get the clothes. Then they have you come in, and they have you do your photographs, and then they charge you for the photographs, and they charge you for this, and so by the time you're done, you spend about $600. And you think he owns all this stuff and this thing. He said, well, I see they want this to be done like natural light. Why don't we just, hey, where do you live? Well, I live in Monrovia. Why don't we meet at Panera? We can take some shots around town. I'll get those shots out to you right away, and you tell me which ones you like. If you want to print any, I'll give you the link to print. If not, I'll give it to you digitally. Anyway, so then they charge you $300, but you think you're going to be in on a series, you're going to be on 4 different things, and you're going to probably make $12,000. So you spend $400 on this, and there's no roll. there's no roll. They go and they rent all the stuff. The total stuff they rent, $40. They're using some kind of a digital camera, very, very cheap. So their cost to get that $400 from you, with the time and everything, let's say $80. So for $80 worth of work and photographs that they're going to electronically send you, they're not going to print it. You don't even get 2 prints or anything. So they send that to you. You spent $400 for something that they spent maybe 80. Maybe if they could do volume, maybe it's down to 40. Maybe 10% of what you spent. And there's no roll. There's no Johnny 1950s there's no 50 diner in Los Angeles. They use all these locations they tell you about. They just get it right off the internet. 1950s diner available for filming. Boop, and they take those photos. 1950s railroad station available for filming. Boop, 1950s record store. Boop, and it looks like right out of Perry Mason, and a lot of them they did use it in Perry Mason, I'm sure. And they send it all out to you. You think it's legit. You do that. You just lost $400. Yeah, $400. They made $320, and maybe when you're up in here, you see someone else pulling up. He's like, I got another guy. He's coming out for the greaser roll. I have a mechanic coming out, so you see all these people coming in, but they might do 5 or 6 in a day, just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Pull down $1,500, $2,000 a day. It's not bad money. And there's other scams involved too. What if you did want some prints? What if you want to put one on your Christmas card and they send it to you, because they are professional photographs, but there's no roll, and you wouldn't have spent $400 on that. You probably could shop around and get that for $200. So that's a scam. They're back doing that scam. They used to do that scam with agents. An agent would put an ad out. I'm looking for people to join. You go there. They say, bring all your photos, right? Bring your driver's license, your social security information. Bring me all your credits. We'll go over your resume, and then we'll look at your photos, and then they'll have a list of photos that they need, and they'll have it up on the board. It'll show theatrical, full body, head to toe, suit for the men, dress for the women, tuxedo. That you don't have to have all those, but it's a good idea. Tuxedo gowns for the women, tuxedos for the men, and they have all laid down. And you have 3 out of the 11. And so I'm gonna get more than that, because you'll be very limited to these 3 things. I can't really put you out for any of these. I can still sign you. You have to give me 10% of what we make for you, but if you want all this, I'll need some better shots. So go out and get those done. Oh, I don't know where to go. And I think there's a list around here somewhere. There sure is a list around here somewhere. And they get you that list. They show it to you. And in the office 2 doors down, there's a photography studio there. And he's one of the many, right? But who are you going to call? The guy's 2 doors down. She's like, obviously I work with him a lot. He's 2 doors down, in this complex. But she's like, I can't recommend anyone. I'm not gonna recommend anyone. I just know that I have worked with some of these. Just take a look at it. So you call the guy, you go over there, you get your photos, and the agent, who may really be an agent, but they're never gonna send you out, because if it's too good to be true, if they write me right now and say, David, you know what? Oh, we want to use Tom Hanks for this movie, but he's not available. Are you available? Oh, I am available. Well, come on down. Let's talk. I'm not going to even start the car. I know they're not going to replace Tom Hanks with me. So you got to think, is it too good to be true? Is there a 1950s? You can also search 1950s movie, 1950s television program coming out. I mean, if it's Happy Days, you'll probably get Happy Days, Happy Days, maybe Laverne and Shirley, whatever. You're going to get Andy Griffith's show. You're going to maybe get, Perry Mason. You get shows from the 50s and 60s that are going to be I Love Lucy. All those that were 1950s, 1960s, it'll give you a list of those, but there's not going to be a list of one in 2025 filming in Laguna Beach, Johnny's record shop, And so she got ripped off. So be careful. Photo scams. It's one of the most common things there are. Fake background. They call fake breakdowns. Now the breakdowns are called breakdowns. Those are the breakdowns of what they need, and they'll send you out sides of the part of the script they want you to memorize and do a filming for. But you can do almost all of that yourself. If they told me to David do a 1950s thing, I'd probably go get that little Stetson hat I have. I have a brown like a brown checked jacket. I'd put on maybe a thin tie. I'd just look like 1950s. Maybe I'd put a cigarette in my mouth, and I'd take those photos myself, and then I'd take them in color, and then I'd hit the button to change it into black and white, and I'd send that to them. If that was not good enough, well, I'm sorry, it's all I have. And that's what you can do. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Please remember, use your phone, use your digital camera, do whatever you have, your GoPro, whatever. You don't have to go out and do this. It's an old scam. The scam's been around forever. I think in the Limelight, the Shakespeare Day, they would have to go and get a portrait done and send in. I don't know, or they send on the Pony Express. Send these images and they have a hold still, poof, and a big poof, and they'd have a glass negative, and they'd make it whatever. So it's been around for that long. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Have you ever been scammed? A million scams out there. Nobody's gonna help you. You gotta avoid it to begin with. Take care, everyone.